Hey, what's going on, everybody? As you can tell, it's too sunny. The purple haze has not set in yet, but it'll come. I promise. But what's going on? I just want to welcome everybody to the stream. I see Rousters coming in, Wits coming in, Holtz. Thank you for staying up. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. Also, I'll repeat this at the end of the show, but next week I will not be streaming. This Sunday I'll be streaming, so I'll reiterate that Sunday. But next week I will not be streaming, and then the following week I'll be doing a premiere. So I already recorded it. I guess I'll tell y'all Sunday who that'll be. But yeah, so y'all won't see me live on Shades of Purple for a few weeks. But enough about me. Y'all know the show's not about me. It's everybody in that gaming community. And today we have a pillar of the gaming community. Some people would call him a Sony pony. Some people will call him King Thrash, as you can see in the title. I like to think of him as one of the smartest people. Y'all know I said this about TK9, and I think this man is very, very smart, very knowledgeable about gaming. He brings it in his own flavor. We're going to talk about that later in the show. But without further ado, I bring you the one, the only King Thrash Gaming. What is going on, King Thrash? How are you?
What is good? I'm hoping everything coming through pretty good for y'all on my side. I'm not sure, but I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, King Thrash. I know we've been trying to get this set up for a while, so thank you for finding the time. I know you're a busy man, and so it means a ton for you to want to come on my little channel, my little show here, to tell your gaming journey. So thank you so much. I'll tell you that again at the end of the show as well. But we always ask people, kind of how would they describe themselves, in their own words before we dive into it, just to kind of set the stage. So how would you describe King Thrash?
Oh boy. Um, I describe myself more of I like realism. I guess I'm not really a YouTuber. Like I don't consider myself a YouTuber, even though I'm on YouTube doing YouTube stuff. um, I'm like that. I'm just a gamer. Um, and I'm just don't like. I've been seeing a whole lot of people who don't care about gaming to my level, and that's fine. But I just, if you describe me, I like to be real with myself and who I am, and not change myself for anybody else. So I guess I'm just a realist guy who likes to play video games and likes to have fun in my own crazy ways that I do. I do all kind of stuff, but mainly video games has been a passion for me since I was a kid.
Yeah, so this I've seen, I think I've seen your stream get up into that 7,000 700 to 1,000, if not more, live stream. And so it's incredible that you say you're not a YouTuber. Your show
Yeah,
gets hundreds of people.
I don't know,
Uh,
I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know why so many people come and watch me, but they do.
No,
They
they
do.
come to hear you. They come to hear you. And I want to shout out what's going on, Cammy. Welcome to the stream. Cammy, you're definitely in our thoughts and prayers. You and your family. Sour Blow, how are you? Obi Rose Kenobi, what is going on, y'all? If y'all have not checked out Obi Rose's Cantina Wednesdays, awesome stuff. He's doing Street Fighter and Chariot Man Gaming. How are you, sir? Um, so King Thrash, what is King Thrash? Like, why King Thrash? Like your gamer
Well,
tag.
well, my last name is actually Thrash.
Oh,
So
your actual last name is Thrash.
yes, that's
Oh
my real
wow.
last name. So the last name is so badass, I couldn't make a profile changing anything about it. So I just put King in front of it to sound even more badass. And actually, I put King Thrash. It's really a battle with my family, because
Okay.
we're all gamers, and we all battle, but I always would win. So I actually made my name King Thrash just to troll my other family members who last names are Thrash. So now that if you look up King Thrash 2, that's my nephew.
Okay.
And there's another Thrash, I think Thrasher or something like it's a lot of, but they couldn't get King. They mad because King Thrash is like the best one you could put in front of Thrash. So
Uh,
it
oh,
was mainly that, man. When I made that name on PSN on that Xbox and everything, it was just to troll my family.
oh wow. So okay, so you come from a gaming family. King Thrash.
Hmm.
Thrash is your name. There's few names where I'm just like, man, that's a bad name. Like,
Mm,
and Thrash is definitely Axel Wolf, that's one, but Thrash is up there too, where y'all just have it's
mm,
just like it's not just strong, but it's just like, man, that's Thrash. Like,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
you know,
trust me, it has its downs too, though, man. Being in school,
imagine
like junior high, I was getting called
I
trash, just trash left and right, man. My teachers would write trash like when they write my name on the board, they'll write trash and stuff. Like they would just like it was just
your
crazy, man.
teachers trolled you? Your teachers
Even the
trolled you?
teachers would troll me, man. I was
Oh,
always a class clown though. That's why, because they'll clown me back.
man, that is yeah.
Yes,
You've like hit a nerve when the teacher trolls you, like getting
yes,
trapped.
yes.
Oh man, but it
And
feels
I was
great
always
there.
messy with my work too. I was always like we had folders and stuff, and my shit would be all mixed up and messed up. And one time I had it on the floor trying to get it in order and shit. I was real good at school, real smart and everything, but I was always messy in school, man. So they would really, really clown me. I mean, I would get love letters from girls and stuff, and they'll be like, "Dear trash," or even if they spoke a different language, like Cambodian girls love me. And I'm from Long Beach, so there's a lot of Cambodian girls out here, and I speak some Cambodian too. So they'll hit me, they'll send me a letter like "Dear Saram." That means like trash in their language. So they'll say, it's crazy, man. Like the name has its up and down. I like I didn't mind being called trash though, because the
No,
girls
it
liked
sounds like so. So you're like, yo, the girls liked it. I'm with it.
I'm with
So,
it.
oh, hey, that works though. But hey, you turned it into something amazing, and
Mhm.
here you are. This is the King Thrash, Thrash, y'all, not trash. What is up, Jay Tucker? Sour Blow, I see you. Yeah, well, now you know it's Thrash, like Thrasher, and this is the one, not number
Yeah,
two. This is King
yeah. This is
Thrash.
the original. No numbers, no nothing behind my name. They got numbers
Nothing.
behind their name. They let you know that they're counterfeit if they got numbers behind your name.
All family, huh? So, you speak about your family, you speak about, you come from a gaming family, and we always ask people, where does gaming begin for you? For a few of us, it's Atari, and some of us, it's the Coleco,
Mhm, mhm.
others, Nintendo. Where does it begin for you?
Well, mine's come in stages. Because my dad was a big gamer, right? And he had an Atari, so that was the first console I knew about as a child, like first memories, like that far back. To the point to where my brother told me about 5 years ago that I never played Atari. I just had the controller in my hand that was unplugged. So I was like I would do that to my nephews, and you give them give them the unplugged controller so they feel like they playing. And
Yeah.
it really blew my mind because I really felt like I was playing. And so I was introduced to gaming at a very early age, and first got serious into it the Sega Master System, NES type era when I got serious, like not serious, but into it. But then seriously, like as a passion, got into it was Metal Gear Solid One. Metal Gear
Really?
Solid One. When I saw Snake kill Sniper Wolf, that let me know that gaming is at a different level. I never saw a hero kill anybody in anything. You're too busy watching cartoons or watching TV shows. The hero always spares somebody. When Solid killed her, it was like it blew my mind. Like, wait a minute. Like, hold on, bro. So it's like I really after that I really got into it and got into the storytelling of it, got into how these games are made. You know, it just that just woke up a passion, man. That's why I like Kojima. 'Cause Kojima, he knows how to do things that can surprise you.
Oh, Kojima. Okay, we will get to Kojima here in a second, but you skipped over some stuff. You skipped over.
Oh, what I do? What I skip over? But games. My bad. What you the games? My
Yeah.
bad.
What
My
game?
first,
What game? No, no,
my
you're good.
actual
Thrash.
my actual first games. I got Nintendo when it launched, so it was like Duck Hunt,
Oh, you got
cheating
like
with
the
Duck Hunt.
actual NES. You got like the
Yeah,
great the red gun and everything. Red
yeah,
gun.
everything. The one that came
Wow.
with 2 controllers, the gun, Duck Hunt, and Mario. Yeah, we knew how to cheat it. We found out later that Duck Hunt is like a 2-player game. You can control the duck. Like one person could be the duck, the other guy can do the gun. So that was the start of it. Then the SNES came out. Well, there's so many games on NES I can't even name. Everything from Total Recall to the running pad thing to Ring King to Tyson's Punch Out to Strider to Ninja Gaiden. I mean,
Is
I
all.
can't count how many games.
But
It's just
you
the whole
but at
slate.
this time you weren't like a serious gamer, right? You were just kind of like
No,
you liked it.
yeah, that was
You
just
just
as
liked
a
it.
hobby we did. We still went out and played. I mean, I still got the same friends I had from back then, and
Really?
we would reminisce about it, and yeah, we grew up like brothers. Like their mom took care of me like I was her son too. Like, and my mom the same thing with them. Like we basically like a family. We have a barbecue coming up this weekend, so we still talk and still game and do all of that. We went out and played a lot. We played ninjas outside, watched karate movies. We did a lot of things, but we also gamed as well. But so I guess you could say we were hardcore gamers because I bring my Sega over and they had the Nintendo, so we would play them all, and we'll go rent games. We wasn't rich enough to buy all these games, but we would go rent them from Blockbuster. So every time a game come out, we'd be the first in line to go rent the newest game to come out. So we played almost everything that was available in the stores. So that's how we started with that, and then it moved up to the SNES, Super Mario, PlayStation with Tekken was like the main thing we would play. In that Battle Arena Toshinden and of course Metal Gear and all that, all the classics. But we got more serious and more serious into it in the PlayStation era, N64 era too. 007. I mean, I played too many games. I can go on for days. I mean, how long is this stream gonna be? I can go on for
Oh, we
days.
go. We can go for a while. We're gonna go for a while.
Uh,
We're gonna. This is your gaming journey. It's your
okay.
story. So this
I
is your
mean,
story.
I got good at 007 because I used to go to a game store and they had we had a game called Kill Trash. I was one of those kids that would always go to the game store or something like that. And they had a game called Kill Trash where it'd be me versus 3 other people. You know what I'm saying? They'll just all come after me and I'll go after them and try to figure out and I got extremely good at that game. So just from playing that, so I would go even Fight Night, man, in the PS3 era. I used to be the champion of the city to where I would go from GameStop to GameStop and because people would call me and tell me, hey, this dude at this GameStop right here, man, he's talking about you the best at I'll go over there and whip his ass real quick and go home. Like just it used to be, man. I mean, just my gaming life was crazy, man. That's why I'm so passionate about it because I like everything about it. And just I can name almost every game that came out I probably played in some way, shape, or form, except on PC. Never got into PC.
So pure like consoles. You're a console gamer,
Yeah, yeah,
through
through
and
and through.
through.
Yeah,
TK9's also showing
console,
like that.
handheld. Yeah, handhelds too. Yeah, I
So
actually beat Tetris. I don't think many people have done that as a kid. I beat Tetris on the green and black Game Boy. Yeah, it has
yeah,
an ending and everything.
and and Crow Resin, I see. Thank you for stopping by, and I agree, Roster. Thrashing gamers fits your name. It does. So King Thrash, one of the things I always wonder, obviously you were dominating gaming back in, this is probably the 90s, right? Or mid
Yeah,
90s. Do
yeah,
you ever like reflect on, when you look at gaming now, you look at esports teams, you look at YouTubers who are like million subscribers, right? And just
right.
doing what you were doing back then. Do you ever
Mhm.
think about like, man, if this was back then? Or do you just like kind of like, nah, it is what it is? Like, do you ever kind of have that moment to reflect that?
Well, I look.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I look. You mean as far as me being able to go into tournaments like make all this money these professional gamers are doing
Yeah.
and all of that?
Yeah.
I look at it the way I look at it is I would whoop each and every one of their asses. Only because they get so much help nowadays. Like they do. I mean, they get so there's strategy guides and you can go and watch YouTube videos, get tips, and all that stuff didn't exist back then. You literally had to have organic skill to actually get into these games and spend hours and hours and hours. I'm not saying that they don't do that, but I would whip their ass easy. Especially back then. It was just the competition was better back then than what I see now. You know what I'm saying? Except Daigo. Watching or Dago. I forgot how to pronounce his name. People say I get it wrong all the time, but watching the Daigo parry and all that with Street Fighter 3, that's the pinnacle. That's like something that you practice for. And any real gamer knows how difficult that is. Anybody who watches that, they'll watch it and be like, oh, that's a nice move. That's a nice comeback. You don't really understand how difficult that is. I mean, that man had to put in months and months on practicing how to parry Chung Li's super move, and I don't even think their practice had that set up right like that. So it's just, to me, like stuff like that, you can kind of tell who really has it and who has it organically and who has it synthetically per se. To where you watch a lot of videos, you got tips from other people's skills. To where to me it's a difference in having your own skill and learning from yourself rather than learning from a YouTube video or a strategy guide. So yeah, I feel like the old days we whip their ass all day every day.
You done. And so we have a question here. So you actually be in Gobi. So what does the end of Tetris look like?
A rocket ship lifts off. Like that's all it really was. All it showed was like a rocket ship lift off, like a rocket ship lifted off. Like I don't know why. I don't know what it has to do with space. I don't know what Tetris has to do with space.
So
But
you just
a rocket ship lifted off. That's all
yeah.
it did. Like I don't know. I don't know why it happened. I know I had the highest score I ever had, and I would always play. That's the only game I really had. So I was just always playing it, man. I'll be on the toilet playing it. I wouldn't care. I'd be everywhere playing. And I was on level 9 for probably, or the highest level for probably, I said like 30 minutes. I was able to
Wow.
stay in it and keep getting all these scores for 30 minutes. And yeah, I was only able to do it once, but I guarantee if you look
But
it
you
up,
did
the
it.
ending shows. Yeah, I did it.
It's
I
a
did it,
rocket
and
ship.
people didn't believe I did it. I couldn't even prove it because back
You
then
had
there
no
was no
capture
internet.
card.
Yeah,
No
no capture or
nothing.
nothing. So people didn't believe it, but I believe now you can look it up, and so I have proof because not many people have actually beaten Tetris, and I did
That's
without trying. I was just having fun. I didn't even know you can beat
great. And
it.
we have Geek the Sneak. Geek, if I'm not mistaken, it is your birthday today. So happy birthday,
Yeah. Happy
Geek the
birthday.
Sneak. Pretty sure Geek the Sneak is June 15th. Um, so you beat Tetris. You didn't even try it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the most
Mm-hmm.
humble brag I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say so so you do that. And you're if you had to categorize, you talked about Metal Gear Solid, you're talking about Tetris,
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned Mario,
Mm-hmm.
you but you obviously are a fighting type of gamer. You're an
Mm-hmm.
all-around gamer.
I'm all around.
Which
My favorite is I'm actually an RPG at heart. I'm an RPG gamer. I love
RPG.
Japanese role playing. Yeah, Japanese role playing games like Final Fantasies, Star Ocean, Wild Arms,
So
um,
you're super excited
Phantasy
right now, right?
Star.
You got
Oh
Final
yeah. Oh
Fantasy
what? Oh,
16, and then
I
Star
can't play
Ocean just
anything else.
announced. And then Star
Yeah,
Ocean
yeah,
just announced something, right? Like today.
yeah. They did. Yeah. They're bringing Star Ocean Story 2 out.
Square
Yeah.
Enix announced
Oh,
that. So you're just like, you got your Final
hey.
Fantasy coming out tomorrow,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you have Star Ocean. Did they do a release date? Did Square say it when it's releasing, or they just said they're
Oh
doing
no,
it?
I only heard that they announced it. I heard it was a leak announced, so I don't know if they fully announced. I heard the leak. I don't know if they fully announced it after the leak or not, but I heard about the leak of Star Ocean 2, the story,
Yeah,
story
no,
2.
that's what I heard. I heard. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people are super excited, but I've never played Star Ocean, so
Oh really?
maybe.
It's pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. It's good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. If you like space travel and all that, it's good. I'm a my favorite of all time is probably Wild Arms. I think I beat all the Wild Arms, even the one on PSP. Um, That was my favorite all time. I love the story. I love the Western, like steampunk Western type thing that he has going for it. I love Persona, big Persona fan. Loving that the remake of 3 is coming out. Um, I mean, I'm an RPG guy. I'm all around though. I love all games. If you see my game list, people who have me on PSN or Xbox or whatever, they'll see what game I'm playing and they'll text me like, "Bro, what the hell are you playing?" You know what I mean? Like, what is this? What kind of name is that? Like, how would you even find a game like this? So, um, I have what I call gamer sickness, to where I will buy all types of games. I grew up poor, so I wouldn't be able to get all the games I want, but now I can. I can get a game I want anytime. And so I'll go to the store like a habit sometimes, just to find like small developers making indie games basically, like really small. I'll play those. I'll play, like, if it looks
So
good to
you're an
me,
indie game
I'll play it.
player. You play indies. You're
Oh, I
not
love
just about
indies.
to be.
No, heck no. Like, indies are the best games in gaming. They are the best. It's kind of like music, where a rapper or a singer will come out and they'll be hungry, so their music will be better.
Right.
But then when they get rich, it kind of dies down. You already got the money. I'm just doing things. Same thing with, to me, at least to me, with indie games like Chained Echoes and stuff like that. People are coming up with different ways to storytell and different ways to have gameplay, and that mainly happens in indie games. You know what I'm saying? Kenna, one of my favorite games of all time this generation,
Oh, Bridge of
indie game.
Spirits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
indie game.
studio's there in
Um,
LA. You know that,
yeah,
right? The
yeah,
studio.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
So
two
yeah, black
brothers.
dudes own it, like two
Yeah,
black dudes. Yeah,
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 exactly. They did it
yeah,
all marketing. I tried to get them
yeah.
on the show, and so I'm still trying. But
Oh
no,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be a good game. I'd
yeah,
love to talk to them. Yeah, but that's
they're
good. Yeah, that indie games, boy. Oh man, indie games kind of run the industry, or keep the industry going low key. It's the reason why Game Pass has so many games. The reason why PS Plus has so many games. It's because these indie developers, and they changed the game so much that I mean, it changed the world. Like PUBG. You know, PUBG changed the way people play online multiplayer games now, to where now Fortnite is the biggest game in gaming, and it started off from an indie developer that made PUBG. So, I mean, yeah, I love indie games. I love all games. As long as you interest me, you have my money, and I'll pay you. I don't want to do subscribers. I don't want to rent. I don't want to do subscriptions. None of that. I would rather pay a developer. I paid for I had PS Plus and everything when um how was that game, part 3, with Wang in it. Damn. Not like the
it's a good
dragon,
game.
but something. I forgot the game. I forgot the game name, but I bought it. It was actually day and date on PlayStation Plus, but I still bought it because if I feel like I would rather, you get my money and get Sony's money for your game, so you can make more games for us. You know what I mean? So my passion goes that deep, to where I would rather support the industry with my money directly, and not how the industry kind of wants to go, to where these publishers have full control over everything. And I don't want to see gaming die that way, because once you take away, like I told you, I'm an artist. So once you take away the ability for your artists to do the kind of art that they want to do, you're going to get bad results. And we see a lot of that happening right now today, with these big companies buying different developers, Sony, Microsoft, uh, Tencent, all that. And if they push control on them, then our games would be worse. And I don't like to see that. And these subscription services are only going to make that worse, because those are made to make publishers care more about the service providers than they do the gamers who usually buy the games. If you have a service provider buying your game, you don't need to worry about your customers, the gamer, buying your game. And so you build your games around what the service provider has, rather than you would the actual gamer. So it
That's
makes gaming
interesting.
worse for us, because we no longer have our power, if that happens that way.
That's interesting. We haven't heard that perspective, but I definitely can see it. And you glossed over it. And I think it's a really good time for us to bring something out that I did not know about you. But I think
Okay.
we could tell, in what you said there about you said it really quick. I don't think people caught it. But
The artist.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're actually an artist.
Yes.
A lot of people
Yes.
don't know. They know King Thrash. They know, the channel. We're gonna talk about your channel in a second.
Mhm.
They know
Mhm.
that the channel, and the community you have. they know you as like this very smart gamer, not just gamer, but just smart on everything about the gaming industry. But you're an actual artist, and not just like not like Purple Haze type of artist. Like
no, like artist. People pay me. People pay me. Yeah, they pay me for my art. Yeah.
So you were telling me something about it backstage, and I was like, let's talk about it on the show. So how did this come about? Like, and tell people about like, how big of an artist you actually are.
You can Google my art. If you put King Thrash, it'll come up. But like I was telling you, I was always able to draw. I'll say that. I haven't went into classes. I haven't had any classes. The only class I had was I was in junior high, and I wasn't even good at it because it was like paper mache, and it just wasn't my style of art. It didn't push my creativity as much as I thought it could, and I never thought I could. My brother was a great artist, and he drew me a Ninja Turtle before, and I loved it. He drew me Michelangelo, my favorite Ninja Turtle, the best Ninja Turtle of all time.
Donatello,
Michelangelo, the guy skateboards and eat pizza at the same time. Who does this other than Michelangelo?
Oh, we're gonna ask chat this question. We're gonna ask chat this.
This is. They know who it is.
No. We're gonna ask.
Donatello was the nerd guy. You know, I could respect him. He was the smartest Ninja Turtle there. I get it. But Michelangelo was that guy. You want the best pizza? He'll know. You know Michelangelo smoked a couple of blunts a couple of times. You can tell he was that guy. He the one that calmed Raphael down. You know, like
I don't even think I know how to spell these people's names. y'all know who it is. Wait, and Donna.
Just put Don, Leo, Rav, and Mike, and they'll know who it is. They'll know who Mike is.
I think spelling on that one too. I never used that. Y'all know who it is. We will figure out who it is. It's Donatello. Y'all can tell it's the Purple Haze talking.
I know, huh? Yeah, huh? Purple Haze. You would go with Donatello because he's purple. Well, he's a purple one.
We will settle this in the chat because we definitely have it. Oh my gosh. Who's going on? Oh, it is actually a pretty close vote here. But you know, my brother's was Michelangelo, and we played I forget this chest notes like Manhattanville Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He would always pick that one, and Michelangelo could do this. He did this weird kick in that game. But no, you know, I just recently heard about people saying that he was always high. I didn't notice that when I was a kid. But
come on, the guy is skateboarding in the sewers. He got the munchies so much that he went and bought a pizza in the sewers. Think about it. He was always dingy, always messing something up. He got nunchucks. You got to be high in order to enjoy those properly. That's Michelangelo. He always got on Master Splinter's nerves because he was always taking Master Splinter's weed. We all know Master Splinter smoked too. Nah.
Oh my, Master Splinter, all of them. And Ninja Turtle. I mean, it was interesting. It was, because I was in the army and we had four of us lieutenants, and we each of us was a different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So I was always Donatello. And our personalities, so we always had like one guy. His name was Jerry. He would be the Leonardo because he always wanted to be the boss. And then we had another one who was always in trouble. That was Michelangelo. And then we had another one. And he was like always
a grumpy one, a mean one.
The one who always had like this like chip on his shoulder, and that was Raphael. And then we had like a more senior lieutenant. He was older. He was prior service. He was like 10, 12 years older than us. And he was Splinter.
He's Master Splinter.
Yeah. And then our boss, who was this like small captain, always like he was Crane.
He was Crane.
So I don't know why I just you spurred that. So it seems like Michelangelo is winning. Y'all don't know. Oh my gosh, y'all are,
I told you. Stop. Michelangelo's the guy. That is the guy.
All right. So I forgot.
I remember my brother. My brother drew it. Yeah, he's an artist too. but I became better than him. But still, he's always he would draw stuff for me all the time because he was always drawing too, and he drew me that, and that what got me wanting to start drawing myself. I'm like, man, I can do better than this, even though it was tight. It was real nice. I still remember it to this day. He gave it to me in the third grade, and I still remember it.
So you drew. So your brother got you into it. Oh, I think we lost him. I
That's
think
so
we lost him,
interesting.
y'all. He'll be back.
Uh
He's
oh.
on the
Uh
road.
oh.
Oh, you there? You
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear us?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
here.
there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. It did.
Okay, so
Yeah, I saw that little thing come up. But go ahead.
so your brother got you into drawing, basically. He drew this
Yes.
for you, and now you are like, okay, and you never had any formal training.
No.
Like
Never.
you just
Never.
kept
The closest I got to it is when I ran into when I was working, and I didn't know my boss was an artist, a featured Japanese artist. He does chalk. He's a chalk artist, and he's been doing watercolor too. But they feature him in America with chalk art. You know, I mean, they give him a whole like parking lot, and he'll do chalk art on the parking lot, and people will come from around the world to see him. And I didn't even know I didn't know this about him at all. And one day he saw me doodling at the desk during my security days, and he just came in one day, didn't say anything. He just threw me some pencils and was like, "Do the same thing you're doing with this, but just show me what you can do with this." And then I showed him a little bit. Then he asked me to do an Aztec calendar, and I thought it was nothing, but I come to think of it, that is a real detail because I do a lot of detail. I do realism.
well
I
because
do,
you have to do
yeah,
that's tech. You got to
like that
do you got
whole
a
thing,
whole
yeah,
circle, and then each
yeah.
one there's so
Each
much
like
detail.
quarter, there's a different, yeah, like a different animal or a different whatever those things were. Um, and I think he gave me that because you can do that in so many different ways. And me, I was always drawn to realism, and so I drew it like basically almost 3D, but with pencils. Um, and he was like, "Bro, how long you been?" I'm like, "I ain't did none of this school stuff or nothing." He was like, "Oh man, look, keep these pencils. In fact, I'm gonna give you some more. Here goes some special erasers." He gave me some this clay erasers and stuff. But he gave me all kind of, I guess, his leftover stuff that he had. He was like, "I'm a feature artist." He showed me all his work. He had this big portfolio. He said, "But what I don't do is realism." So I'm amazed by this because you don't have any training and you're doing realism better than I can ever think of doing. And he just told me to keep at it. He gave me different things to do. And then next thing you know, other people at the job saw me drawing, and then they would want me to draw portraits of them. So I was drawing portraits of them and their family and people who passed away. Then I started doing tattoos and designing tattoos there. Then I got to doing tattoos, um, and then I just started doing more and more realism to where I got to the point to where I could start doing it in a few hours. Like if you can Google, I'm not saying to do it now, but if you Google King Thrash, you'll see a lot of, if you go to images, you'll see a lot of different stuff because there's a troll named King Thrash, so that'll come up, and some kind of dog, somebody draw some dogs or something, I don't know, with some animal, wrestling animal, that'll come up. But if you see some black and white realism, you'll see like a Kobe. That's like my old work. I can't stand how that one looks, but people say they still like it. But the Martin Luther King one, you'll find that one, and I did that one on my lunch break, um, and actually sold that one. I mean, it came out like extremely good. So some of my work is there. I got work that I got paid $11,000 to have it in a magazine, in a political science magazine. It was a little girl handing a tank of flour. And they wanted to put that in the I forgot what, if it was a war or not, but it was a political. All I know was a political science magazine, and they asked me can they use it, and they paid me $11,000 to have it in their magazine. So
Wow.
just, yeah, that my wife always tells me, like, you need to stop doing this game and shit. You need to go and do some art. And I'm like, man, it's a reason why they call artists starving artists, man. You don't get rich until you die. Your art doesn't get that big until you die. And
No.
you you can
That's
find.
why
I
she
mean,
wants you to go become an artist, because she's
oh
like, I'm gonna
yeah,
outlive him. I'm gonna
yeah,
outlive
I'll
him.
live them and collect. Yeah, exactly. Like, so, I mean, I don't mind doing it, but I'm real strict on my regimen of art. So I won't be able to put out too much. I have to be in a mood. I have to have this feeling that I can't describe. Like once I have that feeling, I could draw anything. But it has to be something that I want to draw. It has to be the right time. If not, you force yourself and it doesn't come out as good as you want. And I've never put out any art that I like, ever. And people have this stuff in their houses, man. And I don't even, I don't like any of it because it doesn't come out the way I want it to. But I heard, I mean, he told me that the my seafood. He told me that he doesn't like any of his art either. He said that's how artists. That's what good artists are. Good artists are never satisfied, ever. There's no such thing as being satisfied. If you get satisfied with your art, you're gonna feel like you completed yourself to begin with, and it most likely affect your art. No artist, no real artist, is happy with what they do, even if they act like they are. So, and that's beyond true, bro. Like I never drew anything that I was 100% satisfied with, but I was happy with the people who loved it. That made me feel like, okay, well, I'm doing something. People paying me money. I'm like, God, you got a magazine hitting you up off of a simple picture, bro. Like, I mean, it was simple to me, but I think the way I did it was crazy because I made the tank ultra detailed and the little girl was barely detailed. It's a beautiful picture, but I just never, I never took it serious like that. But I think that's part of what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to take yourself too serious, or you're gonna stress yourself out, and you're not gonna want to do art the way you naturally do. So anybody out there who want to get a tattoo, my advice to you is tell them what you want and that's it. Tell them I want this, but do it your way, and you'll have the best tattoo you ever had. If you go and tell a tattoo artist, I want you to do this, and you got to do this and that and that and this and this and that, you will have a bad tattoo. Not because they didn't want to give you a good one, it's because you took them out of their element. So I'm just that's the best advice I can give anybody trying to get a tattoo that's going to be on their body for life. My bad, I'm rambling. Go ahead.
No, no. So we have a question from Simpleton, one of our, one of the people who comes by. Thank you, Simpleton, for coming by. Do you have a deviant art?
Yeah.
And is it King Thrash?
Yeah.
Yep, Simpleton, that's him. He's King Thrash on Deviant Art, in which I'm guessing that's like it's a
it's like an art
your
website.
Work.
Well, yeah, I put some of my work, the stuff that I didn't really sell, except I think the Martin Luther King one is up there, simply because I did it in the break room and didn't think somebody would want to buy it. You can find the one that was in the magazine in there, and you'll find a lot of doodle, like me practicing. A lot of that stuff in there is like exercises, like the strawberry, the smoke, and the face. All that stuff is basically just me trying to basically practice and find different techniques and lightings and ingredients and charcoal, like getting new charcoal pencils or something like that. So I would draw it, and then I just started posting them just to post them, and when I used to scan them and all that. I don't even do that no more. I don't think the last time I did that. But yeah, that's me. Some of my work.
Yeah. So here, like, look at that, y'all, just dropping this thing that we have like a world-renowned artist amongst the gaming community. Yeah, I need to go see this. Everybody, Simpleton's saying it's great. Obi's saying it's amazing. Rouster's saying it's pretty cool. I need to go check this out.
That. I appreciate
I need to go see this now. So I'm super excited. So we can see kind of like where this affinity to indie gamers is coming from, right? Because indie games, a lot of times that's where you're going to get that passion, that vision, the art of gaming, right? Because gaming is both is I like to say, the things like I'm a big chess player. So chess is both art and science. Gaming is both art and science. And to your point, I think when it becomes over monetized, it's less art and it's more the science of making money.
Yes.
Question to you, because you know a lot about gaming. You're an artist. Have you ever thought of becoming a game like artist, like a game creator?
I thought about it, but like I told you, I'm real finicky with my art. So if I was to make it a job, I don't think I would like it. I honestly don't think I would love to go up there and give ideas. I have plenty of ideas. I'm actually working on this. I actually have a story for this comic book that I want to illustrate, and I illustrated a lot of it. But I gotta, if it's when it comes to video games, I know especially talking to David Jeff, I know that there's a lot of hands in the cookie jar, and they're gonna. I'm not gonna be able to put my ideas out there. They'll be asking me. They'll be telling me what their idea is, and they want me to draw it out instead of me actually giving them my own ideas. If I had that ability to do that, especially to design characters and assign power, I'll make the best game ever. I could make the best game ever if I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. So I would love to do it, but I understand how the business is. I understand that it's more to it than just art, and I mean everything has to be looked at. So you're gonna have plenty of hands in the cookie jar, regardless of what you do. And I don't specialize in code and all that, but if I could just tell them my idea and somebody make a game, I would definitely do it. But I never thought about getting into the gaming industry like that. Not with the art.
Okay. And we're gonna pin your message at the top. They found the chat. Thank you, Rouster. Put your DeviantArt on chat right now. So if anybody
Oh,
wants to go
appreciate it.
check it out, there it is. The King Thrash. We're talking to him. So you once again you did it again, King Thrash. You do these little things. You like drop these little things.
What? What I do now?
So this is actually the one question, because a cowboy, king of entertainment, he said if you talk to him, ask him one question, and you mentioned it, and it thankfully you did. David Jaffe.
Oh, okay.
You just said you're like you just dropped it, like, yeah, I don't. You just casually like name dropped David Jaffe. Big time person in the community. Had last year I think y'all had this thing where it was
we had a debate, kind of a debate type of
debate, kind of went viral. So if y'all want to go see that, King Thrash and David Jaffe, don't have the kids around. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do not
have the kids around. How do you know David Jaffe?
David Jaffe is a fan of the show somehow.
Really?
Yes. He people were mad at that, right? At that whole situation, not realizing that David Jaffe asked to come on. We didn't invite him on like they are doing it. No, he asked to come on. He watches our show. I've been on his channel. He's been on my channel. That wasn't the first time that viral one that everybody's seen. That wasn't the first time he was on the channel in the first place. We've spoken to him before, debated with him before. I debated with him for 3 hours on my Discord, and it was exclusive to the Discord. It wasn't recorded or anything. And if anybody was in the Discord, they know. And I decimated him in that. The reason why I respect David Jaffe is because he knows how to debate, right? I run into a lot of people who want to talk video games and want to talk about different things and perspectives and all this good stuff, but don't have a good story behind it or don't have a reason for why they're saying what they're saying. David Jaffe has a reason for why he says what he says, and he gravitates to me, and we have these debates because I know what I'm talking about as well, because I've been in business for so long. I've been working for Coke, so it's kind of the same, but not the same, but kind of the same. I understand the numbers. I understand what it is to have to push a giant brand to other people. Having new flavors is like having a new game. You got to introduce somebody to something. And I understand the whole services thing, all of this stuff. So I understand all of that stuff. So we get into debates, and he just gravitated towards, and he'll tell, and he said it at the end of this video that he loves our podcast because it's about passionate gaming. It's not about getting a paycheck. It's not about lying for attention. It's being unapologetically truthful about how you feel, whether it's right or wrong. He knows when he argues with us, it's not some fabricated argument. It's what we really believe, is happening. And we have our opinions, and we have why we have these opinions. And that's how he argues as well. So, and then he's a troll. So he tries to say some fly shit, calls people dumb as bricks, or, stupid, this, or you're a dumbass. You know how he does his thing. And I love that because that's gaming, bro. That's a debate. That's game. It's what gamers are not nice. It's never been about being nice. We've always competed with each other. I don't go into an arcade ready to shake hands with anybody. And if nobody's there, I'm going there to take that top score and put my damn initials up there. And if I don't get the top score, I'm putting all A's because only the top score matters. You know what I mean? It's always been about that. That's why I like David Jeff. Man, some people don't like him, but I like him because he's passionate about what he believes, and he believes it because he has his reasons to. But there are so many people on YouTube who don't have a reason to in believe in what they say they believe in, and a lot of them don't even believe in it. So it just it's me. We gravitated towards each other simply because we have the same type of passion for gaming.
So if y'all, and just for everybody in chat who doesn't know, David Jaffe he's the creator of God of War, correct? Like
Yes,
that's
he's one
Twisted
of the
Metal,
creators of God of War,
one
the
of the
original
creators
God
of
of War.
the original
Yeah,
God of War.
yeah.
And then he had issues with the current God of War, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
hates it. He acts like he doesn't, but he truly hates it. I know he does.
like
Um,
and if
yeah,
you all want to go see it, I believe what he does is he calls it DLC, right? That's like that
yeah.
sets off this
That was the main
entire
thing on. Yeah,
it
on the
sets off
round
this
table when he said
entire conversation. If you look up David Jaffe, King Thrash, and DLC, it's
that. Yeah,
gonna come up, and
it's gonna come up.
it's gonna
Yes.
come up.
And he came back on the show after that, and we got him to say that it wasn't DLC. We were still, it was like, oh, so you still say it's DLC? He was trying to beat around the bush, be like, nah, Jeff, we don't play that shit here. We know we don't. Like, so he actually came out and said, no, okay, I was wrong. It's not DLC. It's a real game. It's a full game. So we got him to admit it. So we basically won, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
you know, and oh my gosh, and also and you said we. So we talked
Mhm.
about you came on your show. You have a Discord, you have a show. Talk to
Mhm.
us about because you have a channel, you have a
Yes.
platform. Even though you say you don't think of yourself as a YouTuber, you
No.
are definitely I would say when it comes to PlayStation,
Mhm.
if there was ever a thing of a console war, you definitely are one of the generals of that console war. Like people come to
Lord,
you, they come to your
they do.
channel when
It's
they're
sad, but
like,
it's true.
"Yo, we need some type of pick me up." They will go to your channel, and you give them. It's like in the military. We used to, like when you're trying to motivate certain
Mhm.
soldiers. Um, Sometimes you have to give them like negative reinforcement. You like slap them, you like slap them, you tell them like you can't do that. Take that. That's like your channel. Like if they go to your channel, they're gonna get slapped around, and they're gonna be like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
okay. So tell us about your channel because
Oh man.
I'm in there. I'm one of the 700, 800 people, but tell people like your story, your channel, why you created, why you have kind of the why the channel had how has it evolved into where it is today, if you can.
Okay. Well, my channel, I never thought about doing YouTube, and I still don't consider myself a YouTuber because I know what a lot of YouTubers do things to make money, and I don't really care about the money or anything like that. I make enough money now that I don't really care about money. I never have. But watching YouTube, back in the day, I would see a lot of YouTubers on YouTube, and I've always known a lot about games because I grew up with it, and I see people just saying bullshit about games. Good games that got bad raps or bad games that they want to push for. Kind of the console war thing that's been going on. And one thing I noticed is that almost everybody sounded alike, and that bothered me because I couldn't gravitate towards anybody. Everybody that I did gravitate towards, uh, it turned out that they were just bullshitters, basically, or they would just wouldn't be consistent in what they believe. If you're not consistent in what you say, then you don't truly believe what you're saying, and that kind of
Oh,
thing bothered me.
Doc Dark 1985.
Oh boy.
Because he flip flops.
Oh
But keep
yeah.
going, keep
All
it. He,
all day. He does that on purpose. That man's a genius.
oh,
I
you
know what
said
he's
Doc
doing.
Legit. He's missing
Doc Dark is a
everybody out.
genius. Cody Eastwood is also a genius. Because I know what their game is. But another thing is I'm from the hood out here. I grew up in South Central, East Side, Long Beach, Compton, Watts. Went to one of the worst schools in California. It was craziest. I mean, the school had different gangs in it, everything. So I grew up in that culture. And we game a lot in our culture, but there's absolutely no representation of that culture on YouTube. And
True.
people can't gravitate to that. And I've always, I'm being professional now because I'm not on my show. So I'm not gonna say anything,
It's like,
I'm being professional. This is my professional voice right here. This is my job interview voice. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that job interview voice.
can you give us like, okay, gamers? Can you give us one of those, like, your
Like,
can
what up, gamers? It's your boy King Thrash. Look. I mean, that's how we really get down. There's gameplay, like old gameplay of me and my cousin, and we sound just alike. And it's just hilarious because we be clowning each other and talking shit. But in our culture, like a lot of things we say, people don't understand because they're not part of the culture. So they don't even know like the insults that we saying to each other, but we do. So he wasn't doing it to get the attention of anyone else but us. We just talking, big smack to each other. But that's the channel. Basically, the channel, I set the channel out to be a channel for where people who grew up how I grown up, in my culture, no matter how small. That's why I'm like surprised people even watch me, because it's for people of my culture. But there are plenty of people in my culture who don't live around. And when I say my culture, I don't mean like race. I just mean like the how we talk and how uncensored we are out here. And I didn't want to censor myself. I wasn't going to censor myself, and I wanted to represent where I come from and show that we out here in the hood, gangsters or whatever you want to call it, in the ghettos, we are big gamers out here, big gamers out here. And I would see people like Hip Hop Gamer, shout out to Hip Hop Gamer, and he'll try to pretend that he's part of that culture, big ass chain on and all that, talking, like shut your ass up. Like, we know you ain't, but they don't know. Like, we don't walk around with no big chain like that. Who does that? That's Easy E in the 80s, and even he didn't walk in the streets doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you get your chain snatched so quick, boy, you tripping. But I would watch him, but it would still, me being from the culture, I would know that that's fake, and a lot of people don't know. So I wanted to make something that's basically for the culture, man. People would say I say the N word too much, even though I don't, because the N word that I say means differently than the N words that they're talking about. It's an acronym for never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. That's what it is in the hood. Everywhere else is something else. But people say, "Oh, your channel will never grow. People are not going to watch you." Those same people. I get more people watching me. My channel was grown bigger than theirs, while they're being professional and trying to be like everyone else. I just wanted to be myself, and I wouldn't do YouTube if I couldn't be myself. But people tell me like, oh, if you, cuss less and don't say the N word, man. You have so much knowledge in this game and stuff. You can have 1 million subscribers. So I was like, F. See, I'm being nice. F 1 million subscribers. You know what I mean?
We are not trying to tell the artist how to do his art. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm just being respectful. My mama taught me right. You know what I'm saying? I am being respectfful. That's all I was doing. You are. But me, I'm like, fuck 1 million subscribers. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell subscribers this all the time. I don't care about you, your subscription. Your words mean absolutely nothing to me. Period. And I say that to tell them also that my words should mean absolutely nothing to you. Check everything that I say. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not perfect. I might be wrong about something. But I want one thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna be yourself here. You're gonna speak on what you believe here. You're not gonna, if you're an Xbox guy, I have people who are Xbox people who are mods. And some people be like, why do you have these Xbox trolls mods? I'm like, because so why? What do you mean? Why? Like this isn't a PlayStation channel. People think it is, but it's not King Thrash PlayStation. It's King Thrash Gaming. It's just not my fault that Microsoft messes up so much. It's not my fault. Am I not supposed to talk about it? It's not my fault.
Yeah. No, we're gonna. So y'all, just if you ever go check out his channel, and I'm gonna link it down below. Because I don't think I have. I'll link it after the show. But if y'all just put in King Thrash Gaming, he will come up. Y'all found his art. and I told you this behind backstage, y'all. Like I was about to, I always go to all the channels, like and subscribe and become a member if they have that, or donate.
Mm-hmm.
Let people know I
Mm-hmm.
love the content. When I go to
Mm-hmm.
King Thrash's channel, someone else had just donated. And King Thrash cussed them out for donating. So I was like,
like, what do I do? Like, what am I supposed to do?
So I don't know, because you were like, okay, how do you do? Like, someone donates. Why would you explain what happens when they donate on your channel?
I've actually I don't like I said, I don't do it for the money, and I don't want people to think that I do it for the money. People be like, nah, but I want to support, bro. Like I mean, just take it and buy a controller. I don't know, like they'll start cussing me out, which I respect, because I would do the same. Like, shut up and take it, shut up, but I'm not really with the donating thing. I'm not really with the super chat. I'm not there for that, and some people fight for that. Some people I seen people be like, oh, spectacular, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. It helps you to channel. It don't help my channel. Okay, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want you to hear what we're saying. I want to hear what you got to say. And you don't need to leave a super chat for me to hear that. I even made the members, like I had the member thing. I put it as lowest price as I possibly could. And I didn't want to do it, but people kept asking me to do it. And I even put in there that you can put this little emblem if you want to super chat anytime you want. And then if I see it, I'll read it. You know what I mean? And I read comments all the time. But I've come to find out that gamers love to support what they love. People love to support what they love. And I'm lucky enough to have people love the stuff that I do, as crazy as it is. And as crazy as that sounds to me, I need to respect that, because I do the same thing. I go to people's channels and I leave super chats. I go to Xbox channels all the time and be like, y'all gonna have a PlayStation guy leave more money for them than y'all Xbox fans. And next thing you know, all these Xbox fans want to top my money, and it helps them. I'm just helping them, make money on their channels and all that. So I can understand it, you know what I mean? Because I support all of gaming, no matter what type of gaming you got. I mean, I watch Cowboy, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. That's cool. I've been on his channel.
He's good people. He's good
That's
people.
my boy, man. I watch so many people. People wouldn't understand. I'm a genuinely nice guy. I'm a genuine gamer. If I feel that your channel is a gaming channel, I will watch you, even if I don't say any comments, bro. I drive for a living now, so I really listen to different podcasts, and people don't even know I'm listening. I've heard so many podcasts of people talking shit about me. I'm over here laughing, wanting to leave a comment, but I'm driving. I'm like, oh, I want to pull over real quick. But at the end of the day, man, I really enjoy the gaming culture, no matter what side it is, no matter what's going on. I grew up with this. I watched gaming grow into something else. I watched it become the biggest form of entertainment in the world. And I just have a passion about it that most people don't have. But the roundtable, the people of the panel, do have that same passion that I do. We've been together for the beginning, and a lot
Your
of the people
round
are still
table's
there.
fierce.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
said, I think I first came across your channel because it was about maybe a year, 18 months ago.
Uh-huh.
And I came back to gaming, right? So I was in the army, did all sorts of stuff for the last
Uh-huh.
20, 30 years.
Uh-huh.
And I came back, and I just like, oh, Stadia, that brought me back. And some of
Uh-huh.
y'all had some Stadia person on the round table. I don't know who it was. It was like someone had, it's not a Cowboy, it wasn't him, it was someone else.
Yeah,
And
we've
this
had some
dude,
guests.
this one was putting up the best fight, but y'all were going at it. Your
Yeah.
chat was going at him. I was like, oh man. That was
Yeah.
my introduction to your channel.
Oh man, was
There.
it? Oh Lord. Oh,
Y'all were,
hey,
I mean, y'all
we.
went, you were not letting that one go. Y'all were just like
Oh
you're
no.
like you're like, you stay down. You're like, just stay down. And that dude just kept getting back up. Y'all like, all right, gotta put this dude down again. Like, I was like, man.
Every
Oh,
moment that we get, we're gonna clown it. Every moment, man.
yeah.
We do it to each other all the time, man. We argue with each other so much. People thought we were enemies. Like me and Sick, we'll go at it all the time. And people think we mad at each other. It's like, no, man, like real people have different opinions. And we're gonna argue our opinions, regardless. We don't hate, there's no malice at all whatsoever. We just gonna talk that shit because we known each other for so long. We make music together. What I'm saying? I don't know if you heard the music, but we do
Never.
music too, and people really love the music. I'm surprised by that as well. Um, and I made most of the music, at least my verses, on a PlayStation. Like I don't use a
Really?
studio. Yeah, I did it on a PlayStation, and I did almost everything. My videos, all the videos I would make, it was all through PlayStation. I did everything through PlayStation. I just recently started doing things through a tablet. Shit, I use my phone, the phone I'm talking on right now, a lot for my videos. So I don't, the only time I use a PC is when I go live. That's it. That's the only time. And I don't know, man. We just have a different culture there. Even the Discord chat. I don't know if you know about the Discord with the memes and all that. I don't even run that channel. I've been cussed out and kicked out of that place for I don't know how many times. Like I'll go in there and say hi. I say it on purpose, like hi friends, how you guys doing? They'd be like, fuck you, shut up. You know, you ain't nobody here like this. I'm like, damn. Like, oh no, I invented this shit. Like, fuck you. You ain't shit.
Yeah.
So they know
You,
the rules
you
and
the
they
whole
know
culture, a whole thing, a
whole
whole
culture.
like a whole
Just
the
be
King Thrash
you.
culture.
Yes. Don't kiss ass. Don't kiss nobody's ass. Be yourself, let your frustrations out. But at the same time, I still have people who will hit me up in the DMs or whatever and thank me, for having the kind of channel that I have, for giving them the platform that they can actually relate to, or giving them inspiration to do different things and listen to gaming in a different way, or listen or take your life in a different way. We had a lot of life things that we will talk about too in the round table, that gets overlooked. But we will talk about a lot of things, and we actually care about the people who are there. That's why I don't like to call them subscribers. I don't like to call people subscribers, man. I'm like, y'all gamers, we're not a subscriber. We're equals. You know what I mean? Come to me if you got something to say. Because I'm gonna come to you if I got something to say to you, whether it's good or bad. And there's people who I confide in with the game awards. I don't know if you've seen the game awards that we did, but
Yeah, no,
we
I
have a
saw
game.
it.
You
I
saw it?
saw you at the end of the year.
Mm,
Ash and Luca won the female
yeah,
streamer of the year.
the
Yeah,
female,
yeah.
yeah. That was all. I had so much help from the community, man, that I almost cried, bro. Like not really cried, but you know what I mean.
No,
It
no,
was beautiful.
yeah.
It was beautiful to see like people actually put in extremely hard work to help make that happen. And we're already planning for this year's show. You know what I'm saying? And it's already only the half of the year. But there are so many people who came out to help. Of course, there were so many haters, but it's like I just don't understand. What pissed me off about it was there's nothing to hate on. It's not about a console war. It's actually taking a day off from the console war and just enjoying gaming as a community. Let's not have these companies tell us what game we thought was great. Like none of us get to vote at the Game Awards for what game gets Game of the Year. Strangers do. So how about us as a community tell everyone else how we actually feel about the games that we get, not from what these other businessmen giving awards to other businessmen, you know? And to see just after the first show, the how many people actually came out and helped and pushed and did whatever they could to make this happen, it was just a beautiful thing to see. It made me feel like it can work because I was thinking about this for the longest, and I just didn't think it was going to work. I didn't think I was going to be able to get as many people as I did to be on. I didn't think I was going to get people to read awards, accept awards, um, all kind of stuff. I just didn't think it can happen. But when it did happen, and I saw a collective of people who once called me, asshole or enemy. You don't know how many asses I had to kiss. Not kiss, but how much pride I had to swallow in order to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I had pure enemies that I was hitting up. I hit up everybody in the community. If anybody in the community saying I didn't see a guy there, it's because they didn't want to be there. I hit up everyone in the community to see if they wanted to. And some people were like on the limb. It was hard to get Portal Rock to come on. So
Really?
yeah, Doc Dark really, really helped a lot, man. I can't
Yeah,
thank
because
Doc
that's where
Dark
I heard
enough.
about it. I heard it from
Yeah,
Doc Dark and Cowboy. Those are the
yeah,
two
but
I had heard about it from. So
yeah,
that was
yeah.
fair.
And Doc Dark, he actually helped like a giant, a super ton amount. He made a mock version of it, right? Like there was one that you guys didn't see. He made a mock version of it, and he's not good at editing. So I'm like, I edit it for you. Like I edited like probably 75% of everything. Like I edited myself, and then I had help with other people editing, and then some people edited their own stuff. But Doc Dark was one of those who didn't know how to edit too well. So I said, okay, I'll edit it. So what he did was he did a whole mock show, not a mock show, but a mock award giving nomination thing, and I edited for him, and then we got it together. It came out nice, and I used that to show everybody else what we're doing because people just didn't get what we were doing. You know what I mean? For some reason. So I was sending people that, and they were like, "Oh hell yeah, I'll do this. This is tight. That's badass." So he was very excited, man. And without him, he sort of made me feel like it was going to work because he's an Xbox guy. You know what I'm saying? But he sees what it really is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like just without the help of the community like that, man, and like I said, it's people like Supernova and J Wags and man, it's just so many people making it easy for everybody else to actually feature in it. I think it was a beautiful thing, man. And we got some new people coming on this year. Reforge is going to be there.
Oh,
Randall
Reforged
Thor,
Gaming. Okay.
yeah, Randall Thor is going to be there. So a few we getting a lot. We're talking to trying to talk to developers right now to actually get trailers, like indie developers. I'm not even asking for no AAA stuff, but just to get them
Yes,
to show their stuff. And it's gonna be hard. It's been hard, trust me, to try to get that done because I think they get a lot of spam mail or whatever.
yeah, they do.
They get a lot of spam emails, and they don't know who's serious and what's what, and they don't know me. So all we gotta do is just keep pushing and keep pushing, and we'll get it.
Well, I'll definitely, if now that I know about it, because I bring on in a few weeks. I get
Hmm.
for anybody who's watching, they'll
Hmm.
get a little sneak preview. I'm going to be interviewing the Tequila Works. They did a game called Guilt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's coming, and it was a Stadia exclusive, but they got the rights to go to everybody. So in July 6th, it's going to be going to everyone,
All right.
all consoles and PC. And so I got an opportunity to sit down with the founder and CEO of Tequila Works. And if I had known, I would that's been their big project. But I do talk to indie devs, so I'll definitely throw in the word if I
Oh, if you can, dang, I didn't even I'm talking to Tequila Verse. Who's the superstar here? You know what I'm saying? That's you.
uh,
You talk about
no, you're the
you got this.
this
Yeah,
is
I ain't nothing.
um
uh, um, no, yeah, that'll help if you like. Nah, well, we'll talk about that. I don't want to seem like but yeah, anything that can help, anything. And if you
no,
wanted to
I
feature too,
saw
I was gonna
you.
ask you if you wanted to actually give a award out too.
Of
Um,
cou-
you're
I
more than welcome.
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
Yeah, yeah.
your gaming trip. But no, but and just for everybody who's here, and I just saw Rudix came in. Thank you so much, Rudix. Crow, I see you. I think I saw Jason. He's in here, and we just and guess who just stopped by? You
Who?
know,
Who? Doctor
Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to
told
this.
me. I smelled it.
He heard his name and he came in. No, Doc, we were just talking about the game awards and how and King Thrash was thanking you
Yeah,
for what that's the only time he's going to thank you though. No,
yeah,
no,
it is.
no,
He
Doc.
knows. He knows. He was asking me to cut out some stuff. I'm not cutting that out. That was too funny. I'm leaving it in.
Yeah. Yeah. And we see Jason Portillo. I see you, Jason. Yeah. So but for sure, like I agree with you. I think the Game Awards is something for the community, especially this one, which is like kind of this adult gamer, what I
Hmm.
call this adult gamer, this mature adult gamer, more seasoned gamer type of community.
Hmm.
But we'll definitely support whatever we're down for the
Oh,
cause.
definitely, man. Definitely. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Uh, and so you got the Game Awards coming up. We talked about your
Hmm.
channel coming up. We talk about you as an artist. If y'all did not know, if you're just coming on, King Thrash artist, this is that King Thrash. Truly,
Hmm.
truly a privilege. And I think Obi saw some of his art, Simpleton and so forth. This is truly a master at art. So King, what things do you going on in the future? Any big plans, or because for your channel, or is it just the same thing? You're same
Oh,
trying
I
to
never do
explain
the
to
same.
people where, well,
Uh,
trying to explain
oh,
why
well,
Xbox can do better, right? That is,
uh, that is the hardest task. I mean, I honestly think it's over for Xbox as far as the console goes, but as the brand, they just want to spread the brand out. I believe they want to get out of the console business because it just doesn't make. It's the one side of the Xbox. Ironically, Xbox, the console, was holding back Xbox itself, as a brand to make money. Simply because people just don't buy it. People can say that they are. This is not happening. They've been below 30% every quarter for the past 3 quarters. That's a horrible number to have in the beginning of a generation. Regardless if you had games or not, you're losing the market to your competition. So you can come out with these games if you want to. Those games are going to go straight to Game Pass and not make money, and then you're not going to have people who already have your console because they have a PS5, and PS5 and Nintendo have their games coming out as well. So it's just, I feel bad for it. I've been fighting for it to be okay, and I've been called a PlayStation fanboy, even though my channel speaks a lot about Xbox, way more than PlayStation, because I need people to wake up and help Xbox. Phil Spencer isn't good for Xbox. He sounds good. He talks well. He's a great salesman. I would hire him any day to be a salesman. But being a great salesman doesn't mean that you're running your company correctly as far as what gamers need from them. And pretending that you're okay with getting Pentiment is crazy. You pretending that Redfall is okay is insane. We are supposed to be gamers, and we need to stay in our space that is a gamer and not salesmen for a company. We shouldn't be listening to salesmen tell us what's good and what's bad. They should be listening to us. It's like going to McDonald's and they give you a box of chicken McNuggets and you ask for a Big Mac, and they told you that no, those chicken McNuggets taste better. You know, nobody's going to accept those chicken McNuggets, and that's only like $5, $10. We're talking about $70 sales here. They need to know what we want. They shouldn't be telling us what we want. Sony doesn't do that. They give us what we want, and when we don't, you see how that show went for them. I've seen nothing but PlayStation guys get mad, myself included, put out whole videos saying how bad that show was and how we didn't appreciate that. That's what you're supposed to do. We congratulate when it's supposed to be there. We don't congratulate when it's bad. Xbox hasn't been getting congratulations because they just simply haven't been doing right by Xbox gamers. You don't look at Halo and say they did right by Halo gamers. You don't. It's impossible, especially if you're a Halo guy. Period. So yeah, my bad. As far as the future goes,
I just want to,
my fault.
get a
My
little
fault.
bit. No, we do this for
I'm so
everyone.
passionate about it, man. I get so
Yeah,
mad.
I can
My
tell.
bad.
You got Cammy here. Cammy in the chat. She's a big Xboxer. Crazy Louis come through. Sour Blow's been there. Doc Dark obviously has been on chat. So I always like to see get y'all's passion out, get a little flavor of y'all. Because before we talked about the indie King Thrash, the artist and everything. But I was like, nah, I gotta get a little bit of
Yeah, a little bit of the key thrash. Yeah,
that one.
yeah. I mean, that just bothers me. I care about it, man, and it's I don't got it. What do I got to say to PlayStation? What do I? They give you God of War. Am I supposed to complain? What am I supposed to say about this? So, I mean, in the future, I mean, I still got my documentary series I need to finish up. I have like 2 videos that are almost done. I just been busy with the Starfield analysis, and then I got work and all of this stuff. I got new music about to come out. I gotta finish 6th video for his song too. Um, I got 3 skits coming up planned. I have plans. I've always had plans because this is like a way for me to let out my creativity and do things in a different way. And I got Doc Dark. I actually came to Doc Dark and only Doc Dark, so he knows what I'm talking about. I had a new idea, but he's not gonna be able to do it because he ain't got the time to do it. But I think it was a good idea. So I'll find somebody who cares, Doc. Nah, no, I'm just playing. Somebody who actually has the time. I understand that people like I'm like that myself. So but I'm constantly coming up with ideas. I have an artist brain, bro. So I'm constantly thinking of new things and new ways to entertain people with gaming, other than just console warring or console debates. And that's what I've always done with my channel. I mean, those documentaries I do them like in one cut. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It'd be like whole documentaries, yeah. And I do them in one cut. I'll look at what I'm going to talk about. I'll look up all the facts, and somehow I remember them. I'm like a genius when it comes to gaming shit. Not a genius when it comes to like baking pies or some shit, but when it comes to gaming, I can knock those out quick. But I've been trying to be more not, I wouldn't say professional, but more smooth with it. And like I don't know if you've seen the analysis I did for Starfield today.
I haven't
Um,
seen it, but I saw it. I saw the update.
check
I
it out.
didn't see it.
You will see a different video. Like it's way more artsy. It's probably one of the most beautiful videos you'll see on Starfield. Um, it's showing what's really going on with Starfield, but at the same time, it's celebrating Starfield as well. I know a lot of Xbox fans ain't going to see that for some reason because they come in angry. But I also, even if I'm going to analyze these games, because I do analysis too, and if I'm gonna analyze them, a lot of times it seems like it's negative, but there is no negativity in analysis. And I keep trying to tell people that. Like it's not telling you whether or not to buy a game. It's just showing you what the game brings to the table. And that's it. That's all I can show you is what it actually brings. It's not my idea, it's not my, my thoughts or anything. I'm literally showing you what it is. And if you look at that video, you'll see the new format I'm gonna try to do for those. To try to make it more to show off the beauty of the game, but at the same time show off all the things that are wrong with it, all the things that it did right, and give my opinions. Gotta like music, and you'll see. You'll see when you check it out. You'll see. I think it's a great format. So I'm gonna start adding
So,
that to my documentaries as well.
yeah, and Jason Portillo, he asks a question. He says, "You don't like Fable, but you have a picture of the character."
Oh, who said I didn't like Fable?
I guess he said. He said, "I guess just
Uh,
what Jay said."
no, no.
You like
I've played all the Fables. I love Fable 1, beat Fable 1. Fable 2 was okay. Didn't beat it, but I got far in it. Fable 3 was trash. That should let you know that I like Fable because I know that is the order of greatness of Fable. I know about Fable Legends. I wasn't gonna play that because it was a multiplayer game. I don't have a problem with Fable. I have a problem with them lying about Fable. Don't tell me something is gameplay. Don't tell me you're gonna show us gameplay and then don't show us gameplay. You show us some cinematic, not CGI, but cinematic trailer, and that's
in
just to
engine,
see
in engine.
in it
That's what's the
in
thing.
engine.
That's what.
Yeah, yeah, it was an engine, and but at the bottom of the thing it said in game. They didn't want to say in engine, so they say in game. I just don't like those false because the same in game at the bottom of their screen was being said at the same was being the same was being said for Starfield. Starfield had in game at the bottom too. So which one is it? You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to make them all sound like the same one thing when they're not. You know what I mean? So that's the problem I had with it. I don't have a problem with the game. Um, I'm a gamer, and I love Fable. I've played Fable since the beginning, since it first came out on the Xbox. So, no, I don't have a problem with it. I just have a problem with being lied to, and I think you should too. I don't think we should accept lies. We're customers. Like I said, you don't want me to give you no chicken nuggets. You want chicken nuggets? Do you want chicken nuggets? Huh? Is that what it is? You asked for a burger, you want chicken nuggets because I said chicken nuggets? No, like we gotta be gamers. Shit. Damn, give a fuck if you got sweet and sour sauce or not. Give me my fucking burger, bro.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna go and buy a McDonald's again. Every single time I go to I'm gonna like hear this. Anytime I walk by. Oh my gosh. Oh, I personally like chicken McNuggets more than the Big Mac.
I do too. I do
it.
too. It was just I only order chicken nuggets. That's why I said it first. But I was just trying to give an example. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. I like getting the tip. I'm joking.
Yes, I am. When they had them spicy, I was there first. Yes.
Oh my gosh. No, King Thrash, this has been amazing. Obviously, you're always welcome to come back. I know you're busy. I don't want to hold up your whole time. You've been gracious with your time so far. But floor is yours. Anything that you want to talk about, as we kind of wrap this up, and we can keep going. Don't worry, we can keep going.
Yeah. We can keep going, man.
We can keep going.
My thing is, my question is for you though. What's your aim for your channel? Yeah, you.
What is my aim for my channel? Oh, that's
what is your aim? Where are you going?
I think. Oh, this is my questions. You can't ask me questions. No,
I gave you the floor. You messed up. I also do this.
All the smart ones do that. They always do, I think for my channel, I always wanted to I didn't see people like me
Mm-hmm.
on doing content, nor the people with like some knowledge, whether it's
Uh-huh.
business acumen, gaming, not like bringing the angle I brought. So
Right.
I want to continue to be that, but I kind of want to continue to be somewhere where community can be built and
Okay.
and continue to go forward. And so I think going forward, it's going to be directions like that where I can continue to do those two things
Mm-hmm.
simultaneously. I don't know.
No,
Is that a broad enough question that's not too specific but kind of answers
um,
it?
yeah, it kind of answers. It's not.
What do
it's, it's not.
I-
It's not bad. How long do you plan to do this until you get tired of it, or you don't have no time limit at all? You're just gonna go.
I have no time limit. Another thing that I do, she'll catch it later on. But
Hmm.
my mom, she lives across the country, and this is actually how she gets to see me every week.
Oh,
So,
oh, then I just cussed. I'm sorry. I ain't
no,
cussing
it's
again. Don't put it like
good.
that.
No, it's good. You're good. She thinks it's great. But so mom, if you're out there, but right now she's gonna catch it tomorrow morning. She already told me. But so yeah, so it is a way for me to connect with my family who they watch it later to see if I'm
Uh-huh.
like healthy. They're like, Mija, you look skinny or something, so
Yeah.
it's a way for me to stay. That's it. So yeah, I think right now, I don't do too much of it just because I don't want to burn out. And it's
Uh-huh.
enough for me to continue to like it's manageable in my schedule and stuff. So for right now, I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
I had moments where I feel like it's a burnout. I'd be looking at stuff like, man, fuck this channel. but then,
Oh,
but but what keeps
you're
me
a
going
pillar.
is,
You're a pillar. You're a pillar.
hey, I can't. I've never seen myself as that, man. I always just see myself as a normal gamer who, I guess, is probably more outspoken than a lot of people on YouTube. I guess that's probably the best I can describe it. But I mean, I always see myself as, and I hate for people to like. I hate compliments. Like I hate for people to say, oh, King Thrash, man, you the man. And I'm like, no, you the man. You know what I'm saying? We the man. What do you mean? We are right here, bro. Like, I want to hear what you got to say as much as you want to hear what I got to say. You know what I mean? Teach me something, bro. Like, I want to hear what you got. I mean, I'm just that type of guy, bro. Like, I'm not really into celebrities. I grew up in LA. I grew up
I'm not
around a lot of
into
celebrities.
I'm not into
I'm not
celebrities
into it.
either. People
Yeah.
are like, XYZ. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know
Like,
XYZ.
no, I don't.
I don't know who they
I know,
are.
I seen so many people, man, out here. I mean, I know Snoop Dogg. I'm trying to get Snoop Dogg to come to the round table, man. I'm like, come on, Snoop, man. Like
Look at they
um
just jumps it. No Snoop
yeah,
Dogg.
no, just I mean, Snoop is, he's Snoop been around forever.
He's a gamer. He's
I've
a
grown up.
gamer.
Yeah, he is. That's why I wanted him to come on. I grew up with his brother. Like, he's older than me, so I grew up with his little brothers and stuff. We went to play basketball, went to school together, all of that. So we know Snoop.
Oh, so you're a baller because Snoop can hoop.
Snoop
Or
hoop.
used
Yeah,
to.
Snoop the ball, skinny, slinky ass. Yeah, he can.
Yeah. He
His
could
slinky ass can ball.
hoop
His
back in
brother,
the day.
his little brother is way better than him though. Way better
Yeah,
than
I
him.
know.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
no,
huh?
he has a son,
My
right?
bad. Yeah, he got his son ball too. His son, I think, is going
Yeah,
is college
it's
ball, right?
D1. Well, yeah, it was D1 player, I believe.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I'm not,
His son
yeah.
can ball. His son can ball, but I never played with his son. I played with his cousin. His cousin grew up. I grew up with
You
his.
play basketball?
No,
You play
I mean his little brother. My bad. His little brother.
Thrash, you play ball? You play ball? I didn't know you play ball.
I
You
like
play,
not
you play
like ball like A1 college, like A1. No, I was just ball. Everybody in Long Beach played some basketball. I was good. I was good.
you're like I'm
I
from
was
the
good
hood in
too.
Long Beach. We all can hoop.
We all ball. All of us. Yeah, we did. We all balled. His brother was good though. We used to always battle. And Snoop was good. Even with the poly. I mean, I don't think he played poly ball, but I know Snoop through his brother. And I've been trying to tell his ass to come up on here, man, and let's talk, because nobody's ever done it. You know what I mean? Like, as far as that. And I'm like, bro, like, check my channel out, dog. Like, he ain't paying no. I'm a younger generation. He ain't paying no attention to me. You know what I'm saying? But
I
I've been
don't
trying to,
know. Like,
throw it
if
in his
you
mind and
got
shit.
Snoop, like you don't care about. I know you don't care about the subs, right? But if you got Snoop, that would be like
That'd be tight,
huge.
bro.
That would be
Yeah.
huge in the game because we
Yeah.
always see, now that you mentioned it, like last week, they had a whole thing on Whoopi Goldberg in Diablo. I don't
Uh-huh.
know if you saw this, right?
No, I
And
didn't.
so, Whoopi Goldberg's mad because Diablo is only on it's only on Windows, not on
Oh.
Mac. So she tweeted it out, like she
Mhm.
and so I'm like, and I keep telling people because I wear like shirts like this, like gamer. You probably can't see because I know you're driving,
Mhm.
but I have this shirt. It's like
Mhm.
gamer girl. I wear like my Zelda gear and stuff,
Mhm.
and you'll be surprised at how many people like people call them celebrities. Like so,
Mhm.
people. We all know people who are
Yeah.
popular. I can just call them popular. Like that's
Right.
you
Right.
just are popular.
Right.
And a lot of them do game, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no one knows that. Like, but they
Yeah. Big time.
actually do. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lot.
Like the game.
So
I don't know if you know the rapper The Game. He's a big game. He plays 2K all the time. He used to be like number one or number two in 2K. Like he would play people online and everything. Nobody knew who he was because he goes by LAX. And like the game he's a big gamer too. A lot of the people Trady and them, they play some games. They like to play Madden a lot. There's a lot of Madden players out here.
a lot of
Um,
that. Every
yeah.
every athlete. So I think the chat knows this. Like one time I did the NBA rookie camp. Where they take
Mhm.
all the NBA rookies who were drafted in the first, second round. They all put them in this camp in New Jersey.
Mhm.
All of the players, like NBA rookies, legends, because they bring some of the more veteran players to kind of mentor. All of them gamers.
Mhm.
Every athlete I've ever met, gamer.
See,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
like half of
Game
the,
is yeah,
it's huge. So
it's you.
if you do it, Thrash, you can
That'll
do
be
it.
you.
You
That'll be
can
big.
do
Yeah,
it.
I'll get him on. I'm gonna talk him into it. I don't smoke weed no more, man. I'm
You're like,
I've been quit, man. I'm gonna have to get him on, man, because I'm gonna have to. I think it's just that. I mean, he does his shit. He still does. I think he's still doing some stuff with that little short nigga, Kevin Hart. I think he does his own little things, but he don't know how to set it up. So I'm gonna try to get him. My wife's best friend is his like first cousin. Like he just had a video with Snoop the other day. And I was telling him too. I'm like, come on, bro, nigga, talk this nigga into. I mean, talk this brother, my bad, into getting. We got your parents watching. Talk, talk him into getting. I mean, I've been trying to holler at him, man. Like, man, come on, bro. But I ain't gonna be like begging him or nothing. But I just just talking shit to him, and I think it'll be fun because he's an Xbox guy, and I'm known to prefer PlayStation. So I'd be asking them all kind of why would you ever go to Xbox? I know they paying you. I'd be talking all kind of shit, but I think
I
it'll
think that'd
happen,
be
man.
so.
I think
I
it's
think
close to happening. So I got his attention on it. So we'll see how that go, man. We'll
that
see how
would
it
be
runs.
so cool. Like if you because when you get in your King Thrash like on your channel, and then you would have
Mm-hmm.
him, and you know how Snoop is. Just
Oh
like
yeah,
that would
yeah.
be.
He gonna lay back. He gonna say some shit.
Yeah, he's gonna say.
You know what I'm saying?
He may throw out like a verse here or there. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think I would play my music. I don't even want them to know that I do that we got music, gaming music. I don't even want them to know, bro, because he'll fuck around and clown me or something. But I ain't got time. I ain't got time for all that. And I don't want him to think that I'm trying to throw music at him, like, hey, give me a deal. Like, nah, I don't want to be no rapper, big dog.
nah,
Nah.
you're good. You're
But
good. You got your stuff. No.
yeah, man. But I think the bigger win is you. You getting all these developers, and yeah, they scared of me, bro. They don't want to come on my channel.
Oh no, I don't know.
What?
I think it's just I'm always for like I just send it out and I let them know because like I think the big one that I didn't think I was gonna get she was big to me is the last summer I did Rihanna Pratchett, who is the writer for Tomb Raider. She wrote the Tomb Raider. And so like I always like to interview the creatives, like who is the artist, who's the narrator, the music person. And so I think they're a lot more accessible than the actual the computer people. And so like the Tequila Works that worked out because I mean it's a really cool like I interviewed it, I already did it, but he's very like creative, like the way he thinks, and so it's good.
Mm.
I hope. So, viewer, 2 weeks to everybody in chat. 2 weeks, I will be in chat. I just won't be on camera, but I will be in chat. Tequila Works. I will be interviewing the founder. It's a great interview. Just like this one with King Thrash, just with King Thrash, great interview. Life lessons. You know, but he doesn't like compliments. So we are doing a great interview, King Thrash.
Yeah. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're gonna take it down. Okay. We're doing an okay interview. That Tequila Works is gonna be the best interview. Trust me on that. So now I'll be tuning in for sure too, man. I'm real interested in that and hearing the minds of these people, man. I'm awestruck with what they can do with ones and zeros, you know, like what they doing with these computers and making interactions between gamers and things on the screen. It's just crazy to see God of War 1 to God of War now, to see Mario into what Mario we get now. I just think I'm infatuated with this type of stuff. To see
Zelda, you can't miss Zelda. You can't forget Zelda.
Oh yeah, Zelda. You know what? I feel bad because I just beat Breath of the Wild not long ago.
You beat it, but you actually played it.
Yeah, I played it. I've been playing it for years, and I've always restarted it because I know it's a good game, but I never got into it. But once the new Zelda came out, I'm like, I am about to beat this. Let me put everything down. And once you put everything down, and you beat that game, that's like one of the best. It deserved to beat Horizon in the Game Awards. It really did. It is a very, very, very incredible adventure simulator. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes going on an adventure to a new level that I haven't seen in gaming before. You're cooking everything, you're making everything, but they made it still in that Zelda world. And man, I love this. I love the sand women in there. The sand chicks. All of them was bomb. Yeah. I was following all of them. I'm like, oh, look at this one. Ooh, like hold on.
Damn. That's my cosplay. That's my cosplay during Halloween. Garuda Valley.
Oh, real talk? You stop lying. You don't play? Oh, no, you gonna have to see pictures. No. That's why you don't understand. I love those. That's some of my favorite characters, man, in gaming history, bro. I love how they made that. I love the culture on how they hated. They didn't hate men. They just was mad at men.
They don't hate.
But they was always looking for love, though. It's like crazy shit.
Some of them. And I just like it. They're like warrior chicks. They're like warriors. Yeah. That's why, like so. Yeah. I have that kindred spirit with them.
Yeah, for real, huh? That's facts. You were in the army. You were warrior princess as well. So I get it.
Try it. But you will love Tears. If you like Breath of the Wild, you will really like Tears of the Kingdom.
I will. I know I will. Oh, I know. I'm trying to beat Final Fantasy first, and then
you have Final Fantasy coming up. Yes, that's a big one. Final Fantasy 16.
Have you played the demo?
I have not. I don't have a PlayStation 5. But I'm going to get one. But they got to make a better looking one. They got to make a better looking one. Like that's my thing. I will get the new one day and date. Like
they got a purple. They have a purple one. You can buy the purple shells for that.
No, they need it to be like
smaller.
Smaller, cuter, like that type of thing. Like I don't need, this sculpture.
Yeah, I feel you. It does look like a vase. It does.
And so for everybody who's like, well, Purple, you're not a real gamer. Then I'm not a real gamer. I say it like that. But what
you don't need to.
I will.
You don't need to own a PlayStation to be a real gamer. That's not true. That's crazy. That's crazy to think. No.
So as long as PlayStation can give me a smaller one and not just turn the thing in a different color like the Series S just did, I need like an actual change in size. We're good.
Yeah. I think they always do though. They always come out with a slim. Yeah, it'll probably be one in the next couple of years. They have never failed at making slims for their consoles. So I believe they'll do that. You'll get yours in time. Well, I'll be enjoying it. I will get mine early too.
I will get. Like I said, I will get it. I will do an unboxing video or whatever they do. actually
Mhm.
probably won't do that. I don't know how to use a GoPro, but I will get it eventually when they come out with the newer one. So I'm excited about that.
I heard
Even though
that.
they
Yeah,
haven't announced it, but I'm excited for it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean. And when you get there, you'll love Final Fantasy. I played the demo, and I promise you, uh, and I don't overreact on games, and I don't even like demos. I hate demos. I never play demos. And something told me to play this. I'm like, I'll give it a chance. So I played it, and I'm gonna tell you now, it's like I was so locked in that I forgot it was a demo. You know what I mean?
Ah,
It's something special. It is extremely special. This one, the storytelling,
so it
the
drops in
surprises.
like
Oh,
it was.
it
Is this
doesn't.
dropping it like in 2 hours, 3 hours for you? When does this drop
Wait,
for you?
when? No, they don't come out to the 22nd, girl. What you talking about?
I thought Final Fantasy came out on the. Oh no, it's Final Fantasy 16, not June 16th. Final Fantasy 6. I got my
Yeah,
numbers mixed in.
yeah.
Yes, I was like, oh, it's coming out. No, it's
I wish it'll
June
come out on the
6th.
22nd, but I'll probably get it on the 20th. I usually get my games early. That's what another thing I do on my channel is I stream early copies of games. So I think I did it for Final Fantasy
Look at
15 when it
that!
came.
Look at you getting the hookup on early access
Oh,
of games and stuff.
I've been going to the same game, like mom and pop shop for years. They know me by first and last name. They know, most places they have to ask you, "What's your number?" so I can find your account. And on. Oh, what's up, Thrash? Put that stuff in there. And so when they get it, because usually retail gets it early, um, they'll hook me up the same day. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
I've been doing that with them since Halo 2, and
wow.
yeah, it's they always hook me up, man. They like the fact that but they're big now. I mean, a lot of people know them now, but oh yeah, I'm first name basis and shit, so they love
Oh,
my
is
ass a
this?
little bit.
What is this like? Game Pass? Is this like you were like
No,
they were small back then, but now it's
yeah,
large.
not at all. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, they
They-
are real big. It's still undercover, but it's a mom and pop shop. They got everything. I mean, they got PSPs, they got Dreamcast, they got Nintendo, everything. Atari, they got everything in there.
wow.
So I'll
Wow.
go in there and buy like my PS3 games. I still go in there and buy some PS3 games and whatever game come out big. I could have got Street Fighter extremely early, but I didn't want to get it early. Forgot what I was playing Zelda then. That's what it was too. I was playing Zelda when Street Fighter came out. I was finishing up Zelda. I mean, finish Zelda. I don't want no distractions. So yeah, man, I have the hookups on that, man. So when you get your PlayStation, let me know, man. I'll hook you up.
I will. I'll let you. You'll know. Like once you see, like I'll be the first. Like once you see that PlayStation has, you're like, oh, okay, uh, that is a PlayStation Purple would say is cute. Once that you
Mhm.
already know, I will get it. I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be
That you
mine.
already it's going like I already know I'll get it. It'll sit right here and
Hmm
we'll be playing
I feel
PlayStation.
I feel bad for PlayStation though. I feel
Why's that?
but people don't know the flaws that they got, man. And it's not flaws as far as the console. It's more flaws on how they treat the console. Like those
Hmm.
shells that they got, they're like the controller. You can change the shells on that as well, but they don't have anything for it. They have this plain colors for the PlayStation. Like Spider-Man's about to come out. Why don't you have a Spider-Man branded plate? Why don't you have a God of War like designed plate? Like they would sell that shit like crazy. I would buy all of them. You can switch out your plates. I thought that would be the point of even doing that, and they haven't done it. It's been 3 years. You know what I mean? And same thing with the controllers. They should have all this assortment so you can kind of customize it. The Xbox 360 did this well. You know what I mean? To where you can change out the faceplate and they'll have different designs, specialty designs. They don't got none of that. And I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but I know that was part of the plans, and I don't know if they stopped doing it. But I I don't know, man. I mean, these Xbox dudes, man, they like to complain about the wrong things, man. And they like to argue about and have console war things about the wrong things. And I'm like, be a customer, bro. Ask for the things that you want, not for the things that your enemies or the people who are opposite of you want. You know what I mean? Like stop battling me because I like a certain game. Battle these companies because you want a certain game. That's the real fight. And they're not seeing that for some reason. And this console war has been going on for so long, for too long, that people forgot that it's a console war and not a gamer war. You know what I'm saying? They're more focused on what I talk about or what they talk about and what opinion is what. Meanwhile, we just had some of the worst game shows in gaming history for our summer. You know what I'm saying? gotten the game like Redfall. We got um um I can't even think of a bad PlayStation game, but you know what I mean. We've been getting bad. We've been okay. I'll say this: the PS4 and the PS5 with the Xbox One and the Xbox Series. Those two were the worst generations in gaming history, and I've been gaming for a long time. And I say that because we just didn't get that many games. The
True.
PS3 era, we got trilogies for everything. Uncharted had a trilogy. God of War had a trilogy. Halo had like 7 games. You know what I'm saying? We had things like Infamous with a trilogy. We had boxing games. We had golf games. We had all kind of stuff. And then next generation, that PS4 generation, we got what? One Uncharted, one and a half. We got what? One and a half Halos. What? Two Gears is. Like everything was reduced in numbers. We just got things in twos instead of threes. And at most we'll get things in twos. We got one Ghost of Tsushima. Got basically one God of War. You know? That's why the Wii U failed. The Wii U failed because they didn't have the games that people wanted. People think it's because of the name. No, it's because they didn't have nothing. They had a bad Mario or a mediocre Mario. They didn't have any Metroid, didn't have any Zelda. Until the very last game that they sold was Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the
That was
Wild,
the
and they
very
came out
last
on
game.
Switch. Yeah.
Yeah, that was and it launched with the Switch, and we all know that the Switch had Zelda had a 200% attach rate to the Nintendo Switch because people were buying the Nintendo Switch version of it because even though the Nintendo Switch was sold out, they were like, well, fuck it, just give me a Zelda. You know, they didn't do the things that they should have done to make the Wii U as popular and as good as it could have been because they showed us a Zelda. I don't know if you remember that trailer where they showed Zelda on the Wii U, but it had to be the best Zelda there. So like I said, man, I'm rambling again. I'm at work. My bad.
Nah, I
I'm
mean,
just
you're
saying.
good. You're good. Trash. This
Just
is your
saying.
show. This is what I
Just
love. This
saying,
is
bro.
tell y'all if y'all you, you,
Man,
you heard the passion what he talks
man.
about in the gaming and the history, and so obviously there's a lot of different people on YouTube. King Thrash is definitely one of those people who is you hear it here. It's that passion. It's that just kind of, I don't want to call it character because it's not a character you have, but it's just that.
Nigga, I just care about games.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
passionate
just
about
care.
it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and so I love hearing it. Thrash. This has been amazing.
Yes, man.
But
man.
I do not, like I said, I do not want to hold you up. I know you're on the road. I know you're working. I know you're doing a lot of stuff. But any last words before we close this one out?
Yeah, don't plug my channel. If anything, if you're not subscribed to this channel, Purple Haze's channel, then you are tripping. She's getting people on this channel that I can't even get. She's getting me on here, and I don't like people. So that should let you know that she's a likable person. So subscribe to her. Don't even worry about my channel. If you haven't heard about my channel, it's because you weren't supposed to hear about it. Step your game up, and once you get there, you will find me. Don't worry about me right now. Worry about Haze, man. Haze is working hard. She's doing what she got to do. You know what I'm saying? She's staying true to the name. She's a Donatello fan. I know that hurts a lot of you, but it's okay. We'll get her to the Michelangelo side.
Oh my, nah. Yeah, I got it.
But no, man. I just wanted to say thank you for having me on, man. It's a real pleasure to even get invited here. I like the atmosphere. I like your passion. And you're beautiful. Look at you. You cute and shit. Look at her and shit. Oh, pretty girl. There's so many ugly YouTubers. You are helping the game.
The ad reminds me of when they're went after them. Like, this one. No, we are not doing that. Thank you.
No, but I do really like what you have going here, man. I want you to keep going. That's why I asked you. Like what are you actually doing? What are you doing here? So I gotta know things because I'm a subscriber here. Or I'm going to be because I didn't even subscribe to the channel yet. It's hard for me to subscribe to people's channels, but I need to know who you are as well. And I like what you got here, so I'm definitely going to subscribe. And I suggest that everyone else do the same.
Thank you, and like I said, I will be on your channel. I'm prepared for it. if I do donate, I'm prepared for it. I got it. But
Yeah, you know you're gonna hear from it now because you said something about it. So now that I know you're uncomfortable about it, yeah, you know you're gonna hear from it.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna get it. All right. Well, Thrash, thank you so much. And for everybody else, like I said again, next week I will not be here. I gotta fly out down to Texas for a wedding. Not mine,
wow.
my cousin's
Mhm.
wedding. So I will not be here, but I do my gameplays on everybody Sunday, 8 p.m. I'm going to be finishing The Wolf Among Us this Sunday. And then in 2 weeks, you heard that correct, I will have the founder and CEO of Tequila Gameworks talking on this channel about not only guilt, but he's also going to talk a little bit about Rune and our Rhine, as well as his life story. And he has a life and death story that has influenced his entire gaming journey. You're not going to want to miss it. So with that said, thank you so much, Thrash, for coming on. And I am about to do my last little thing. And y'all know it's coming right now. And that is, I don't care where you game, how you game, why you game, when you game, on how long you've been gaming. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me. And as always, everyone, this is Purple Haze, and the proof is in the plane. All right. Thank you again, King Thrash. If you can stay on while I do the closeout, we can do some little wrap up at the end. But until for that, next time, y'all listen to the song because I'm going to get a license strike for this, but who cares? All right. Later, y'all.